We're live.
Hey.
Amazing.
Why am I in the middle box?
Because you're Paul Lind.
That's where you decided to sprout, I guess.
Circle gets the square.
It's very stimulating.
I'm going to go ahead and introduce and kind of kick off the stream. So hi, everyone. I am Community Manager Alyssa. I am the English Community Manager for Cookiesmas Kingdom. And this is our second stream we've done with our voice actors. So welcome, everyone. Please give it up for the following folks here. So I just wanted to cover a couple of chat rules just to make sure we're all on the same page here. But the chat rules are also in our description box, so please check that out when you get the chance. But please do not ask any NSFW topics. Any hate speech and bullying are absolutely not permitted. Please do not ask personal questions to the voice actors, such as their family, health, location, in just personal details. Please do not share that. Please do not make anyone uncomfortable with topics such as asking them out, trying to marry them, being rude, and even things like asking them to say specific lines from in-game. If they're comfortable, they will let you know. Please keep the chat conversations to stream topics. Please do not talk about content from projects of the voice actors that are not officially confirmed. Please do not do that. Speculation is very serious. NDAs are very scary. Please keep the chat in English if possible. The moderators cannot understand you otherwise, and they need to understand in order to do their job. Any stream-specific rules will be pinned or otherwise mentioned by the mods. So also wanted to add a disclaimer. Sorry for the long intro here, but this is for live stream and game representation purposes. The views and opinions expressed in the media or comments from this video are those of the speakers or voice actors exclusively. They do not purport to reflect the opinions or views of the developer, Devsisters, or any of its subsidiaries. So getting that out of the way first before fans go, oh my God, it's canon. Oh my God, it's canon. I know how y'all I read your comments. All right. So with that, I also wanted to mention, sorry again, that we do have a giveaway going on throughout the chat. If you enter the pinned comment, you can enter the giveaway. We will be giving out one grand prize of all the prints and a $50 gift card to the App Store or Google Play Store. And then 4 winners will receive $20 gift cards to the App Store or Google Play Store. So 5 winners total. All right.
That's amazing.
And with that, we can go ahead. Please do try to win. I would love to see as many entries as possible.
Cool.
But the giveaway is only live during the stream. So if y'all have friends who aren't in the stream, tell them to come. So with that, let's go ahead and get introduced to everyone. So I'll call on people because we're in a weird box setup right now. But Cherami, you can go ahead.
Hi, I am Cherami Leigh, and I am the voice of Cotton Cookie.
All right, and Yong.
Yes, hi. My name is Yong. I voice Madeleine Cookie, and I'm excited to hang out with you guys.
Please be nice to Yong, everyone. This is his first stream with Streamily.
Yes.
Yeah, Young. Love Young.
All right, and down below, Courtenay.
Hi, I'm Courtenay Taylor, and I'm the voice of Avocado Cookie, and it's my first stream too on Streamily. So you're not the only one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
So be nice to both of us.
Yeah, Avocado, don't be mean. Let me. No, wait. Okay, there we go. Khoi.
Wait. You want to boot my finger?
Are we?
Are we connecting?
Yeah, the creation of cookies.
Yeah.
So cute.
Young, let me get you. There we go. All right.
All right, there we go.
It's the orientation is so weird. Hi, I'm Khoi. I voice Herb Cookie. This is maybe my 3rd stream, so I'm a bit of an expert. Just kidding. I don't know. But anyway.
I mean,
hi.
I Googled how to run streams, so I mean, you're on the same boat. I'm an expert too. All right, Colleen.
Hi, I'm Colleen O'Shaughnessy, and I voice Pastry Cookie. I don't know how many streams I've done, but I've never done a streamy signy at the same time. So that's
We're all doing something new today.
Yes.
All right, and very far down, Analesa.
Hello, I am Analesa Fisher, and I voice Snow Sugar Cookie, and this is my first ever stream of Streamily too.
Hey. Okay.
Everyone be sweet.
Snow mean comments. I get
And
it.
of course, I see in the corner there, Laura.
Hi, I'm Laura Post, and I voice Sea Fairy Cookie. And this is not my first stream, so I guess that means you can be mean to me, but please don't.
Never.
No
You would
bullying
never
in the
be
chat.
mean.
What would a sea fairy cookie like IRL taste like?
I don't know. I mean, I imagine it has sea salt in it.
A little salty, yeah.
That would be great.
Good.
Maybe a little seaweed.
Yeah.
I mean, there are
Yeah.
sweet cookies. Like, would you want it to be savory or like? Or
That's a
A
good
little
question.
sweet and savory, like
Yeah.
a butter cookie with a little bit of seaweed.
That would be great.
I would try it.
I would too.
I see a lot of Witness the Might of the Seas.
So many witness the might of the
Might of the Seas,
the
which I
like,
can totally empathize with because I've been playing, and so you hear that a lot.
I see a lot of the ocean emojis.
Yeah.
Drop the emojis for like your character biases in the chat.
Do what now?
Let's see. There's a lot of like, please notice me, kind of like, we get it. Y'all are anime fans. Oh, I have a question everyone can casually answer while signing. This one is from, oh my god, did I lose it already?
Oh no.
We can do it.
It's moving really fast, so
It's moving. Y'all are
I can call my daughter in here. She's like an expert at it.
She can scroll.
I'll have her on Instagram, like asking her questions while I'm on something else.
I can't find the question anymore, but to whoever asked this, I'm so sorry. I think it was Gabby. But the question was, how do y'all like voicing your how did y'all like voicing your characters? Did you enjoy it? What didn't you like?
Yes.
Most
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah,
guess
I
it'd be
cried.
weird.
It was so fun, but also I cried voicing Cotton Cookie.
You're
Aw.
so sweet.
There's a lot of crazy things happen to Cotton Cookie. I don't want to give anything away, but she's also just so cute and lovely. And I was so excited to get to work on this game because I've played it for a bit, and then to get to work on it was very exciting.
Yeah, for me, I love taking on a variety of different, character types and archetypes. And Madeleine was just a character type that I hadn't done yet. Just someone who's just so self-centered, but also in equal parts, caring about those around him, and has that attitude of, yes, I'm perfect. Yes. Like, I don't know. It was just a blast playing a character like that, but also has inherently like good things about him too. It was just, and doing I don't know if you guys have seen the holiday video yet, but like doing a little singing for that too was really, really fun. And that stop motion clip turned out really, really awesome. So just I got a fuzzy feeling inside every time I voice for Madeleine. Yeah.
Aww.
And not to like redirect people off of this stream, but just saying the video came out yesterday with the English dub, and it's on our channel. So like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me do my job better.
I had a great time doing Pastry Cookie because same thing. She's very different from some of the stuff that I've done before. She's very intense. But she also had this like conflict of like, oh, puppy, I got distracted. She had this like conflict in her because she was so determined, and she had her like mission, and then again, no spoilers, but it kind of got blown up, and she didn't know what to do, and so there was like a lot of like acting stuff, which is always a joy to, have to kind of stretch yourself that way. But yeah, she was very different from lots of stuff that I've done before.
I think
And
that's
also,
like for
it was
everybody, right?
Yeah.
Because we all
and you
have
go into
played
cloak
like
of silence. Like I didn't know what I was doing. I walked in. I was like, I seriously thought they were going to put a hood over my head.
yeah. I was so like amazed because having voiced stuff like Ada Wong and being like cool and everything, and then I was like, someone's hiring me to be like to tell dad jokes. Yes. And it was so like different than anything that I have done. So it was really fun, and I was really happy to like the colors and just the look of everything is so much different. It was really a cool experience.
It sure was. I had a lot of fun. I'm gonna be completely honest. I had no idea what it was gonna be when I walked in, and like someone started explaining it to me, and with each sentence, I was like, "Aw, aw." So like, okay, it's a game about cookies. Aw, you voiced this one. He's a little gardener. Aw, he says "hoo hoo" a lot. Aw, and then session started. We established the voice, and I was like, "What do you think about this for her cookie?" Like, no, maybe a little, maybe something a little light. I'm like, okay, all right. He's a chill dude. Okay, cool. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of laughs. It was really sweet learning about the virality of the hoo hoo. I think we added like an extra one, just because we could.
They said, "Give another hoo hoo for the crowd."
Yeah, another hoo hoo for the crowd. You get a hoo hoo, and you get a hoo hoo. Everybody gets a hoo hoo.
I mean, I really appreciated that when you announced your role, like after our like large like cast trailer, your Twitter post was just "eats grass."
It sure was. Well, I feel like a question floating around is, what do these individual cookies taste like? And I think my answer was like herb cookie tastes like if you tripped and fell in a puddle of soil.
Dirt cookie.
Just like a mouthful of
like
dirt.
herbs?
I bet a rosemary
Maybe.
would be good.
Yeah, because I
You're right.
love herbs. There's so many delicious herbs you can put into
Listen,
like a nice
I don't have particularly discerning taste buds. It kind of all just tastes like plants to me.
I think you can mix anything into like a butter cookie and it's going to taste great.
Yeah, butter
anything.
is sort of
Seaweed, herbs, avocados, more sugar, some cotton. Like, I mean, I think cotton is like cotton candy flavor. So
yeah,
Oh,
Sure.
thank you.
That would be really cool.
I'm sorry to bring this up because I don't think any of y'all got a chance to do this when I was interviewing y'all, but we did end up making like custom cookies that taste like we made an onion cookie.
I had to learn about this from another voice actor.
Wait, Colleen, were you able to try some?
Yeah, I brought them home. My kids are like, "Ooh, what's that one?" There was like the chili pepper hot cookie.
Cool.
That wasn't my favorite, but it was, because it was weird because you taste it and it was sweet, and then all of a sudden you're like, ha 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 ha. And then there was like I can't remember the name of the cookie, but it was like but the flavor was a black licorice. So my kids are like, nope, I'm out.
Licorice cookie.
Gingerbread cookie, delicious. It was like the main cookie, like the little plushie that you had, Courtney. And then what was the other one? There was one more.
This one?
Yes, and it was gingerbread. That was my favorite. There was like a strawberry-ish one.
Yep, there was another one.
That one.
And there's one last one. There was one last one that I personally think was the grossest one.
Was it onion?
Is it the onion cookie?
Onion.
Oh,
I would be interested to try that.
I would have been like, "How dare you?"
It's not bad, honestly.
It had like caramelized onion bits in it.
It was pretty good. It was honestly,
I'll try it,
worked.
but I won't do the chili pepper one. I can't do spices.
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
the
I
next
ate
time we
the
make
little
them,
bit of the chili pepper one.
the next
Were
time
they
we make
shaped?
a batch, I'll try to ship them out to y'all.
I feel
Are
like
they shaped and decorated?
I
into
just dropped them off at KW.
Yeah,
it's
they
like
were.
bagel cookie.
Oh.
They were super cute. I took
Bagel
pictures
cookie.
of them.
I didn't do this, but I was at the house of another actor who'd done this that day, and he offered me the onion cookie like it was some
Of
sort
course
of
he
big
did.
dare. Yeah.
Of course he did. He's like,
And
hey, why don't you just go ahead and try this? I don't really know what.
Can you?
I was like, sure, I can't taste anything.
Oh,
And then
can
I
you
ate
do
them.
them.
Can you do the like?
I got the sugar.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
cute.
Can you see?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Guys, it pays to go into the studio.
Indeed.
That's amazing.
Well, and all the stuff in the background was so darn cute. I walked in, I'm like, where am I? This was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like literally all the merch that we had. Like
It was super cute.
the global supply chain, y'all. Stop tweeting at me about the lack of merch. It's not. We're trying.
Where's
Or
my plush,
One.
Alyssa?
Honestly, like if you had asked we literally anytime someone asked, we're just like, oh yeah, take something from the set.
Mhm.
I didn't ask. I mean, I wouldn't have asked because
I wouldn't have
I'm
either.
deeply saddened
I
by my
know.
lack
I
of
would have been
merch.
scared.
Wait, I thought we did try to give merch to every.
I did. I got
like, at the end.
a little sea fairy cookie. She's not with me. I'm at my house, but she's like yay, she's adorable.
Oh yeah, we had little blind
Yeah.
boxes of the figures, and we did try to find each of your characters. So like for the new characters, though, like this was we had all the blind boxes from Cookie Run Oven Break characters, but we hadn't made new figures yet for like Cotton Cookie or Madeleine Cookie, Pastry Cookie, like the characters that are specific to Kingdom.
Gotcha. Cool.
Gotcha.
neat.
Right, I have a question here from Flora with a Ed Sheeran icon. This was from a while ago. It was like from 8 minutes ago. But what are your favorite cookies? And I can't tell if this means real cookies, like IRL, like food, or like in game. And if it is in game, I don't think you should be allowed to say the one that you play.
Your character.
I think
Yeah.
Okay.
that's rude.
Ooh, snow sugar. What?
I have a favorite. My favorite cookie in the game that when I found out was coming out, I was just about to scream because I'm obsessed with sharks. As shark sorbet cookie. I'll look up TikToks of the cookie just like turning into the shark and then diving into the water on the like main map. I think it's so cool and the little like sounds. I love it so much. They're my favorite cookie by far.
I'm pretty sure the last stream, like we talked extensively about sorbet shark cookies. Like, big shout out to Ariana Ratner, Ariana, who literally only got like 2 lines that were actually like English like sentences. Like everything else were like variations of like.
In game, I have to say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. It's okay. You're
was
higher on
gonna
the
say-
screen. I'll wait my turn.
In game, I'm gonna have to say espresso cookie, and the fans.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's
Yeah.
You
your-
have to pick a new favorite cookie.
Oh,
You can't
what's
say
my
something
reason
else.
Yeah.
for liking espresso cookie? It's the one that Zach voices, right? That's
Yeah.
espresso cookie.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
Oh.
Where's this
because
going?
of that. Because I'm basically espresso cookie with long enough hair. That's why. I think the kids
Fair
call it pinning. I don't know. But that's
Oh
why.
no! You just brought up like.
Oh,
a
no.
big- Oh no! Oh no! Chat pop off.
My favorite
Ah.
cookie is Clover Cookie. And I've got the little like thing for my kingdom where you can like drop him on the thing and he plays for the animals. And I love him.
Oh.
Voiced by Lucian Dodge.
Yeah. He's adorable. He's great.
Real quick, just want to give a shout out to Hyun and Samantha for your wonderful well wishes, and
Aw.
these are for you. Appreciate you.
Yay. I think my favorite cookie to play, like in the game, is probably chili pepper cookie. She makes me laugh. But I love cocoa cookie. That would be like my favorite to eat. Would be cocoa
yeah.
cookie. And I think the correct answer for who Cotton Cookie's favorite is sherbet cookie. That is the only answer.
My heart.
Yeah, my broken heart.
My precious little boy. And shout out to, of course, Coco Cookie's voice actor, Cody Kavita.
Yeah.
Still trying to get Cocoa Cookie. It's fine.
Cocoa
Same.
cookie sounds delicious.
I am still trying to get Frost Queen Cookie, and I'm almost to the point where it's just going to give me it because I've been trying so long. It's like after 250 tries, you just get her, and I'm almost
You get a
there.
mercy try.
Finally, finally. Well, it'll all work out somewhere.
Yeah.
We love a gacha pity system.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm honestly, as far as the game goes, I feel like #blessed because I got Sea Fairy on like my 3rd pull, and I was like, oh, okay, great, cool, we're all good. Well, not my like outside of the storyline, my 3rd, like pull. So I was like, great, cool, wonderful, I'm good. I can't ask for anything else from this game.
That
I
is
was
very blessed.
I know.
I was so nervous because I was like, I
The
really
English
want
voices weren't even in
Cotton
the game
Cookie.
yet. I was like, oh no, I kind of didn't want to get her this soon. But I was like, I love her.
I really, for obvious reasons, wanted to get Cotton Cookie in the game, but I was like, it could take forever. And then at my 2nd try, I got Cotton Cookie. And it was the same thing, Laura. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm so thankful. I am so blessed. I will not ask for anything else from this
Anything
game.
else,
Anything
yeah.
else is just bonus. Like, this is great. Because I know some people are like, we've been trying. Yeah, it's so good.
I think I spent like 30,000 crystals to get Cotton Cookie. Like, it was so weird. Like, my second 10 pull for Cotton Cookie, I got Frost Queen Cookie. And I was like, I got Cristina V Cookie.
Christina B. Cookie.
Oh, I see how it is.
Yep.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Still trying.
I'm gonna make my kid play this game when he comes home. He's home on Tuesday. Yay!
Aw.
Yay!
I can't wait. I haven't seen him since August. It's bananas.
Oh my goodness.
I was at college.
In Chicago.
Oh,
Oh, it's cold.
Yeah, I was like, y'all need to escape that
He
winter.
called me when
in Chicago.
First time it snowed, he's like, "It's snowing. I don't have my hat."
Okay, I have
Like, did you-
another question here, actually. Okay, this chat is moving so fast.
Yeah.
But so, given that the voice acting community is quite tight knit, do you enjoy being a voice actor and making new friends?
That's been one of my. I'd say I'm a fairly newcomer because I've only been in LA for a little over 2 years now, and I kind of just came here all alone by my lonesome, taking this leap of faith, and meeting the people has been one of the highlights of just like kickstarting this career. Everyone so far who I've met have been wonderful, supportive. They haven't been like cutthroat, or they've just been really welcoming and said, "Hey, man, welcome, and let's do this thing together." And that's just been a blast, meeting the people, definitely.
Agreed. Best people around. They're just so,
Yes.
everyone's nice and funny and ridiculously talented. And especially when you get to work in the same room together, it's just
Yes,
best job ever. Seriously. We're so
Mhm.
lucky to get to do what we do.
absolutely.
I
And
think we
everyone-
appreciate people more because usually when we work alone. So like when we
Yes.
have the opportunity to be around people, we're like, people, I'm so excited. I love people. And so when we're surrounded by a community of people that are all that way, like you said, Colleen, everybody's just so excited and so lovely and so nice. We're just deprived of human interaction.
Mhm.
Especially during the pandemic.
Yeah.
in our-
Mhm.
I mean, do any of y'all do on-screen work?
Yeah.
I may.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes, but honestly, it's never anything. I always wanted to do voice acting. And so when I came here, I actually started out doing voice acting, and then I ended up doing a lot of procedurals. I do a lot of CBS shows, but but yeah, I was always like, this is nice, but I'm not going to try and get this because like what I am able, like I remember doing an episode of like SWAT, and it was super fun, but I was like, man, I would have been home like 12 hours ago.
Mm.
And everyone's like, touching you and making sure you look pretty. Or
Yep.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, especially during the pandemic, just the couple of times that I like almost worked on a show or had the opportunity to do on camera stuff, Man, it was so intense and it was such a headache with all of the different zones and all of the testing things that you have to do. And for voiceover, we have the option most of the time to work from home. And if we are going into a studio because we're recording separately or we're in a booth, like it feels a little bit more easy. Whereas with on-camera stuff, man, everybody is so nervous and everybody has to interact together and everybody's trying to follow the rules. And it's stressful being on a set anyway. It's a lot of hurry up and wait, even before a pandemic. And then so you take what is already a stressful situation of people trying to get all of this stuff shot in a day that has to be done because we only have these locations and there's planes flying overhead or crazy things that we can't control. And you have to work that into the schedule. And then you add COVID and all the protocols on top of that. And it is, man, everybody is just run down, just trying to get their job done and make sure everybody's safe.
But the best thing too is that, like in face acting is what I call it. I only get to play like a certain amount of things, right? So I found that like I played a lot of ladies of the evening, and and then I played like bartenders at strip clubs, and then I got older, so then I was playing like, you know, the mom who gets her daughter kidnapped, or, you know, what I call the crying and dying moms, right? So you're like, you know, reaching out like, even though I have cancer, I'm gonna love you from beyond. And what I really love playing is, you know, are like superheroes and stuff. Like I got to voice Wonder Woman, you know, things like that,
cool.
where on camera, they would never give me those jobs. And so I can, in a day, play a 6-year-old boy, you know, a spy, you know, this like crazy, like tank driver, and, you know, like an elf, like the Archon of Heaven or something like that. And you're like, now that is a good day of acting. I just did my avocado cookie stance, by the way. That is a good day of acting. And that's a good day of acting. But yeah, the variety is amazing. And like, you don't have to wait for other people. And I guess I'm very impatient that way. But like what Cherami's talking about, like you know, they get you all dressed up and you're all made up and everything. And you're like ready and you're like, okay, I got my lines and ready to go. And then they're like, okay, we're breaking for lunch. And you're like, oh man, okay, now I got to like go lay down and sleep in my makeup and my, you know, try not to crease anything. And it takes a really long time. And then you get home and you're exhausted because you're just like this the whole time. Whereas, you know, I bop home from my job and I'm like, that was awesome. Yeah. And I eat dinner and then I audition for more jobs.
Performance capture is also an interesting medium for acting, where you don't have to worry about makeup and all these things because you got the dots on your face, and then the animators and the, you know, the graphics folks will design the character around your performance, and so you just focus on performing. Suits maybe, you know, a little uncomfortable at first. You get used to it pretty quickly, and then you go in there and the props are all, you know, they're not full sets, you know, they're kind of pretend props, you know, boxes laid around a certain way.
PVC pipe is all
PVC
the rage.
pipes.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
exactly. And that's, I think, a good blend of both the benefits of voice acting and also being able to just kind of go full theatrical and embody a character fully with your body and your face. And so
It's
avenues
like
like that are really fun.
From like
I was just going to say, it reminds me.
Yes.
It reminds me of black box theater, totally. And it's so nice to get to interact with everybody. The only difference is from doing theater when the set's not built and you're kind of working with PVC props. The only difference is you have a camera right here in front of your face, and you're like, oh, I'm going to get close to this person, but not too close because our cameras will hit. But it's so much fun.
Right. It is. It's
awesome.
Awesome.
Try smooching somebody with those.
Exactly.
And you're like, this is going to be what? No. And they're like this far away. And you're like, do I?
Yeah.
Or you like grab them, like you have some emotional moment, and you grab their hand, and then you're like, oh God, the Velcro. And
yes. Oh, it's so true.
And everyone's like, cut. And you're like, I'm sorry, I ruined the take.
We were stuck
with
together.
Yeah. But again, you can also, it's that great, all of that acting stuff, all the stuff that we've learned by taking classes, all that endowment stuff that, like, honestly, when I was when I was in theater school, I was like, ugh, I hate masks class. Ugh, I hate, now like they hand you the wiffle ball and you're like, lo, it is the globe of time. This wiffle ball. And so it totally, because it's like all the stuff I didn't like when I was training is all the stuff that comes hand, they're like, be a cat, be an animal. And I'm like, I don't want to be a tomato. And now I'm like, tomato cookie? What? Avocado cookie?
Tomato basil cookie?
Yeah.
Man.
All you have to do is like go back to your training days and you're like, be the cookie, you feel the cookie.
Speaking
Just
of that,
saying.
actually, one of the questions
Training
I
works.
see a lot in the chat is trying to phrase this in the closest way possible, but when you entered the studio, did you have a voice in mind? And if so, what was it? And then did you have to change the voice to fit the role?
For my part, I basically had in mind exactly how I did it in the audition. And once we got in, I did the voice. It was maybe some fine adjustments here and there. A note that I got a lot was, make him a bit more knightly alongside the sassiness, if you will, and stuff like that. But other than that, the vocal placement was pretty, I think, close to how I initially auditioned him for. So I didn't have too much trouble finding the character in those initial stages.
I got like dummy sides that I thought were the most dramatic thing. I thought it was for a very, very grounded video game. Like
what are you talking about? It is a very grounded video game.
Yeah.
Super real.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
There's lines were like, I'm walking through a forest alone, and it's so cold outside, and I'm freezing, and all these like really, really dramatic lines. So I came in with this like deeper, like kind of crunchy, like a little bit less childlike in nature voice. And when we got in there, they were like, "Yeah, so that's not what we want." And I was like, "Oh." Okay. It didn't take long though. It took me probably 5 minutes, I think, to figure out. As soon as I saw the picture of this little dweeb, I was like, I get it completely. They just want friends and they just want love and to make snowmen. So it was a little bit of a half nasal, lower, kind of a little bit whispery. Just really wants to make friends. But I'm happy. I'm actually really happy with the voice that we ended up picking. It was something I didn't know I could do with my throat. So that's where we're at now. But I had no idea going in. The voice was completely different.
Speaking of which, if one of y'all could explain for some of our viewers who may not know how the audition process looks like.
Yeah, I still have my sides.
Do you really?
Yeah, I have my sides. I actually just looked it up. And because I was like, oh, wait, what was it? And I had the same thing where I was like, oh, she's a blacksmith. It doesn't say she's a cookie anywhere. So I was like, my brain was breaking because I was like, a blacksmith that like has these like, and it's just all jokes. And so I was like, there's a blacksmith, like I kept thinking of like Brienne of Tarth or something like big, and then, but it was jokes. And so so what happens is, at least with my agency, they just they email you the sides, and you have usually, depending, about 24 to 48 hours to kind of prep something. And then it used to be before COVID that we would be able to go into our agencies and read, and someone would direct us in the booth. But now I think most of the agencies are closed. So we, at least I remote audition, I direct myself and send it in. And for this particular, I did one audition take that was much more like Brienne of Tarth, like tough, and then I did one that was just leaned into the joke part of it. And so we just ended up kind of mixing it together. But at least for me, I always kind of go, well, what does it say that they want? And what do I think that they want? And then is there anything different that I can do that makes it separate? I try and drive my auditions as far apart as I possibly can so that they can see that I have some range and that I might have a totally different take on that I can deliver, I think, what they want in their description. But then also I'm like, if I have a totally different take, then I'm going to throw that out there too, because I've had then be like, oh, we thought we wanted this, but then when you did that, we were like, well, that's a cool choice too. So that's my process. And then basically you just send it back to your agency, and then you never hear back ever again unless you get the job. You rarely get feedback. You just kind of, yell into the void. And then sometimes they get back to you within a couple of weeks or days. And sometimes it can be like, hey, 9 months ago, you auditioned for this thing. And you're like, yeah. And you're like on your phone, just like, oh, totally. Yes, I remember that. And then you just kind of go in with a fully formed, much differently than on camera, where you kind of go in and collaborate with a director about shaping your character for theater or for a movie or for television. I always say, like, as voice actors, we are like, hey, I have cards. Do you want this guy? Do you want this guy? Do you want this guy? These are my 3 choices for you. Do you want any of these cards? And they go, yeah, we'll take the second card. And then you come in and you basically do the second card with some adjustments. But for anyone who's an aspiring voice actor, I always say, like, have your characters fully ready to go, because when you step into the booth, not only are they expecting that you're going to be able to do that character for 4 hours, or they're going to be like, great, we want you to know that character well enough to make these adjustments, make her younger, but still keep these qualities. And also, we're going to have you do this other character that you didn't know you were doing until just now. And you're like, okay, so I came in to play a 35-year-old soldier, and now I'm also going to play the voice of an AI. And I didn't have any time to prep that. So just always do your research beforehand, have your stuff down pat enough that you can actually, like, twiddle the dials and make it still good, but different. That's my long-winded answer. Take it away, you guys.
In my case, I did get some references, because there's the original Korean dub. And so using that, I was able to be like, all right, this, I think I would adapt well into English. And so his great performance, the Korean actor's great performance, really informed a lot of my decisions and choices. And fortunately, it was what they were looking for. And same process. I got the sides from my agent. I looked at the script and made a choice, did a couple takes, sent in the ones that I felt were good, and then just waited. And with auditions, you want to forget about them, because you'll drive yourself nuts if you every day are like, oh my God, did I get the part? It's like the fates will decide, you just gotta, you have to let go and then just like move on to your next auditions and just like keep that drive forward. And when you do get those emails and those responses saying, hey, you got the part, I mean, it's a great feeling,
When I had auditioned I actually didn't audition for Cotton Cookie. Like months prior, I had auditioned for a different cookie. Did not hear anything. And then months later, they said, we want you to come in to do this session for this other character. So I went into the session not knowing who I would be playing, what it was going to look like, what the session was going to be, which I think we can all say we've experienced. Sometimes you just walk into the booth, you have no idea what the day is going to look like, who you're going to be playing. You just go in and say, well, we'll just play and we'll figure this out together. And that was kind of, they showed me a picture and I kind of created the character with their guidance of what worked and what didn't. And I was so excited. All I knew going in was it's Cookie Run, so it'll be bright and it'll be fun. And then we got that, but we also got a lot of really emotional, like Courtenay was saying, some good acting stuff too, because she has such a rich backstory, which was really lovely. So it's such a surprise. But that's, I think, what's so great about being an actor is for so much of our lives as human beings, we're trying to get out of the hustle and bustle, and being an actor, we are forced to be present in the moment for the entire time we're in the session. And I think that's why so many people say, I really took an acting class and I loved it. I just felt, because we have no choice but to be present. And that's what so many of us are hoping for or trying to do in our daily lives. And when we're an actor, that is your job, is to be present and open and stay in the moment.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Analesa. I mean, for me, I dropped off because of my Wi-Fi. So
Oh no.
Could have been anything.
I'm sure. Well, my Streamily site kept, or my StreamYard site kept freezing, and I think it's because I'm modding at the same time.
That makes sense.
A question I've been seeing a lot is how, how do y'all feel about being your characters getting ships, being shipped?
I don't think anybody's shipping Pastry with anybody that I know of.
I haven't seen anything.
I know Madeleine and Espresso are big in this fan base.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Espresso are Snow Sugar's dads in 90% of the fan art. I love it.
Interesting.
I love it so much.
There's a side quest where Snow Sugar Cookie asks Espresso Cookie and Madeleine Cookie to help them hold a I think it's a puppet show, or the comment section can roast me about this whether or not I'm getting this right, but there's a whole side quest where they take care of Snow Sugar Cookie.
Aww.
That's so sweet.
It's so cute.
It's very cute. It's very cute.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
I
This is
I
for
think
Gregory.
when sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Cute.
There's Gregory. That's a little Sora. And this is for Daniel. Thanks, guys.
By the way, congrats on the new movie. That's so exciting.
Yeah, you sound great.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't believe they let me do it.
I'm so stoked for you. Of course they did. That's
I'm
fantastic.
so excited.
Thank you. I
saw your post. I was
week
like,
that I got announced, I was like, what is happening? Because it wasn't real until they let me tell anybody. I signed 3 NDAs for that sucker. 3. Because 1 wasn't enough. It was crazy. It was crazy. As soon as they
screamed
announced,
when I saw your tweet. I was so excited.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm like, April's too far away. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, I love voice actors being able to voice their characters. And
When they announced Idris Elba as Knuckles, come on. I was like, well, they're gonna get rid of me for sure. And I recorded some stuff up to that. I was like, there's no way.
So when Cookie Run gets a Netflix adaptation, we all get to come back, right?
Right?
I mean, did y'all
live
watch
action?
Live
Live action.
Did y'all watch live
adaptation.
action?
Yeah. Even if it's a live action, I'll wear the wig. I'll put on the apron.
Yeah,
I'll wear an avocado
Yeah.
suit. I'll put a little
I got the
bit right
voice
there.
down.
I'm all about it.
I'll dye my hair white. I'm halfway there.
Oh, there goes the chat. So this is a confirmation?
No, I already prefaced
She gave the
everything.
disclaimer.
Joke.
She gave the disclaimer.
I gave the disclaimer, y'all. It's non-canon. This is the opinions of.
It's not canon.
This is
It's a
our
great
hope.
idea, though.
This is our
Does not
hopes and our
represent
dreams.
Devsisters. I mean, feel free to manifest what you want.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Feel free to write
yeah.
your opinions. Let people know. Let the people. Melon, this is for you.
Aw.
Melon.
Oh, so cute.
I'm seeing this question a lot, but do y'all have any advice
I'll show
for
Cotton
people who want to
Cookies.
start voice acting?
Oh, it's such a weighted question.
Wait, what was the question?
Any advice for people who want to get started voice acting?
Acting lessons. Start with acting.
Yes.
Voice acting.
Yes.
And
Acting and
start
improv,
doing it. Don't make any
theater.
excuses, until blank, blank, blank. Just go find a class local to you. Take it.
Go audition for a play.
The way I like to put it is, when you think of a musician, do you tell someone, man, you have a great guitar, you should be a musician? No, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like,
do you not play it?
Yeah, do you know how to play it? You can have the most expensive guitar with the highest quality sounds, but if you don't know how to perform with it, then you're not going to make it. It's like, it's great to have a great voice, and that's a great thing to have in your tool set. But what's going to get you the gigs is your ability to understand characters' emotions and intentions and motivations and express those through just, your voice in the case of voice acting, or through your body and your voice and your face in the case of, performance capture. But acting is really the key thing. And also the website everyone will recommend is iwanttobecomeavoiceactor.com by D. Bradley Baker. Everything, any question you could have about the VO industry and getting in it, all those things, it's all there. That's the one resource that's where I started from, honestly. And from there, it's sort of up to you to put in the work and hone your craft.
And I would say like I've talked to some people, they say, well, I'm taking voice acting classes. And I'm like, well, don't limit yourself by just voice acting classes. You should be taking cold reading classes because we rarely get our scripts ahead of time. That is absolutely essential. You should be taking improv because there's so many times that I'll be in a session and they'll say, hey, can you just add some extra lines specifically for like Western animation where the rest of the cast is in the room. We're doing a group read. They want to see, are you guys going to come up with a funnier line or a funnier button? So improv is essential. I think it's important to do dance and physical training because you're going to have to be able to embody that, especially not just for motion capture, but it'll change the way your voice is if you're in the booth, how you stand, your kind of where you place your body, where you center yourself. That affects your voice. And it also helps you understand when you're looking at a character, oh, this person is wearing glasses. Oh, this person is a little bit taller, and knowing the physicalization and how that affects your voice is going to help you create a character voice that is authentic to that character that you're playing. And I think on-camera classes are essential, especially with the way the industry has been as of late. There are more opportunities for actors to be on camera, and I have a lot of friends that are voice actors that will say, I am not comfortable being seen, which is fine, but you're limiting opportunities for yourself, and they're going to film us sometimes to animate. So it's nice to just know where you're positioned are, know where your light is. There's all these things that we have to know. So don't limit yourself by just taking voice acting classes or voice and diction. Of course, that is important. But like they said, it's acting classes. So experience the full spectrum of acting and writing and all of the things. It just helps inform you as a performer and helps you help the development team and help the director and the producer if you know the languages and the needs that they're going to be using as this process goes on.
Also work on your accents.
Ooh,
work on your
yes.
accents and Cherami, also thank you for saying the the physical things, because most people do say like improv and that, but very rarely do I hear take like a boxing class, take a dance class, because 4 hours in the booth is a really long time. I did not have any vocal training prior to doing this, and you have to be in shape, you know, in it's a long time to be talking for 4 hours, and also to embody, you know, so many of us, like either because of our gender or because of our psychology or whatever, we stand a certain way, we talk a certain way, we have a certain like upendings or things that, you know, our psychology totally affects our voice. And if you are only if you can only play like you know, folk music on the guitar, and you can't play rock, and you can't play, you know, flamenco, and you're going to get less opportunities. And the more that people come in to this, into this world who can do legitimate accents, who do have that like physical stamina to do zombies and creature voices and things like that, to just come in and be like, oh, I have a cool voice, that nice guitar. It's not enough anymore. I mean, I've been doing this for a really long time now. And when I started, it was, like a chick who can just yell for 4 hours. Great. There are lots of us now. And there are lots of people who can do a great English accent. And there are lots of people who, you know, are legitimately of a different, you know, ethnicity or nationality. So they have, you know, so figure out what it is that you can do that makes you special and good and different, and work on that as well. Because you know, it's just there's a lot more people in the game now too.
Yeah, I think one of the best tips I got was also enrich yourself and enrich your life with just things, because so much of acting is you're the vessel of your own acting, and if you fill that vessel with things that enrich your life, and you know, you learn from all these different experiences, that will like enrich the ranges of performances you can do, because you learn by observing, you learn by just doing things in life. And so what oozes out can be enhanced by just enriching yourself. So take care of yourself as much as, you know, honing your craft, because you are the instrument of the acting itself. So that's important, I think.
Yeah, I do feel like that's in a very similar vein to what I tend to tell a lot of people. On the topic of taking a lot of classes and as varied a diet of classes you can, classes aren't always accessible to everybody. So any chance to practice performance, practice acting is valuable. An example I like to give is Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons is an almost free way to practice showmanship, storytelling, character creation, character voices.
Improv.
Improv,
Totally.
yeah, improv. And it can be even as small and innocuous as I don't know. You want to practice an accent. The next time you're at Starbucks, use that accent. Convince the barista that you that is your dialect. Life is filled with opportunities to play in this way, and doesn't take. You can go looking for these chances. They're there for you to exploit. So you don't have to enroll in a fancy school or anything. Take it from someone who just kind of wandered into voice acting. But yeah.
I will say I did get to sit in on a couple of the sessions when some of y'all were doing it. I was on the back end on the Zoom call, and like almost every single one of y'all like would do actions to like help with the voice, and that was really cool to see that like there is so much movement and dynamism that goes behind just like a voice. I speak a lot with my hands, so I totally get it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like all the behind the scenes footage that we took with the voice actors, like people were like, doing your like movements and like really putting yourself into the actions.
When I was working on Avengers, I did Wasp. This is for Justin. Look how cute she is. Fred Chatashore was the Hulk, and the engineers lots of times will put you at a specific microphone, and I was always to his right, so he was always right next to me. He like every Hulk, but he was like this. I was like ducking in the booth. He was all over the place. He's like Hulk smash, and I was like but yeah, because you have to put it all in, because all you have is your voice. You don't have your face. You don't have your body. You don't have props or costumes or any of that stuff. But yeah, it's all. I don't know how people sit. I gotta stand up. I don't know
why there's even a stool in there ever.
They're like, do you want to stand? I'm like, is that really a question? Why sitting? That's bananas. I can't sit. I can't sit.
Sometimes I have to lean. Like sometimes in my booth, if I'm playing a really like suave, cool character, I'll like lean up against a wall and I'm like, hey, what's up? Like I'll just, like full into it, like the full lean, like barely.
When I was hugely pregnant, I did some leaning because I was like, oh my god, I'm 800 pounds and I can't stand here. But it was really uncomfortable.
Especially for like for me, especially for like a lot of the stuff you're going to be doing as a voice actor are efforts, so if you're fighting somebody, a lot of and there's just a little extra something that comes out when you get your full body involved. It's just the motion of your body and just how that kind of makes the voice react differently as you do the full punch. It just gives it an extra oomph that makes it more believable. So you're kind of making your life easier by involving your whole body, because automatic reactions will happen that will just let the performance be, instead of it being an acted version of the effort,
And to that point, it seems obvious, but I've talked to some people and they're like, I didn't even think about it. Don't wear like a windbreaker or a puffer vest or a puffer jacket to record, because it does make noise. And sometimes even just like the headphone cord touching that jacket, they'll be like, what is moving? And you're like, not me.
But I love my wind chime hat.
Right? The wind chime hat, really. It's such
are you saying you shouldn't be wearing a bunch of like bangly and large, like big jewelry?
Oh yeah,
you can wear them, but slide them off and set them to the side.
It'll be fun. It'll enhance the performance. Don't do that.
But that's something.
I've left so much jewelry at
camera.
different studios.
Oh, same. I love wearing jewelry, but and on camera there will be like those characters that it's so much. I can't remember which. It was Molly Shannon in. I think it was Santa Claus 2. She had her Christmas charm bracelet, and it was like a whole scene. If you guys have seen the scene, the charm bracelet is part of her character, and she like does all these moments with it. So if you have something that you're like, oh, I feel like this character, then you have to do the movement, but you can't have the charm bracelet. It's going to make too much noise.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you, Xander, and thank you, Samantha. Happy holidays.
I'm gonna say thank you, Joseph, and for the person who said plushies in the chat. There's plushies.
Yeah.
There's plushies. And I'm so sorry. I have to go because I have to go direct someone's video game demo. So
Amazing.
yeah.
Fun.
I kind of have to dip out too, so.
one more person out there that you
Yeah,
have to do better
sorry.
than, guys.
But now you'll have a nice clean 6 boxes instead of this awkward 8.
We all streamlined.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Mwah. It was great to be here.
See you, Courtney.
Good to
Bye,
see
Good
you.
to see you guys.
Happy
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Khoi. Bye,
Don't
Courtney.
cry, guys.
This one's for Brittany.
I suppose we'll keep this going for as long as we can till everyone needs to leave.
Got a couple shouts. Brandon, thank you so much. Benny, the divine may bring you victory. There's somebody here who is wishing for he's in the middle of exams, and by the power of the light, you will pass your exams. You got
Yeah.
this. Reese.
You can do it.
Good luck.
Finally, Ariana and Dirk.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Appreciate your support.
Okay, I'll do a couple of these as well.
All right, real quick, I'm going to
James.
mention something to the chat. There's some questions regarding the game.
Mm.
Please do not ask about wishlist characters because for many reasons, I cannot tell you what the roadmap of the game looks like. Some of the characters will come when the storyline permits them, so please don't suggest characters to add. We are well aware of popular characters. And I think I saw a question of can anyone apply to Devsisters? Yes, in the same way that any job application works. It's probably somewhere on LinkedIn.
Thank you, Ame. I think it's pronounced Ame. Oh, there she is.
Thank you, Ivaka. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. Little Sora Bioman. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
love that one.
So cute.
That's so cute. And thank you, Ren. You were there all day yesterday for Val and I's stream. I appreciate it. Ren makes some really awesome snow sugar hearts. That's on
Aw.
Twitch. Everyone go check out Ren's snow sugar heart. It's very good. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it.
One of them has asked me to try drawing Madeleine, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh man.
Please understand that I put all of my stat points into voice acting and not into art, and I cannot do it.
Such a good way to say it.
I used to draw a lot as a kid, so maybe it'll be decent. But if it's not, I'm sorry, Tommy, in advance. And finally, Ray, just appreciate your kind words and your show of support. It means a lot.
James,
All right, Tommy,
this one
here we
is
go.
for you. Here's a little cotton cookie. And I
Thanks,
know that you
William.
said you wanted encouragement for voice acting, so keep going.
Oh,
You can
Enjoy
do
it. Yeah,
got it.
you can do
This
it.
one's for William.
The gold Sharpie on the pastry cookie print is
So
it looks
good.
so
And
nice.
It's a paint one, but that sucker takes a long time to dry, so I'm gonna put it over here.
I should probably mention, just because I see Cookie Realm and Streamily saying it in the chat, and since I voice Snow Sugar, I should probably also say it. Yeah, Snow Sugar's pronouns are they, them. They are a non-binary cookie. I am also a non-binary voice actor. You can use any pronouns for me. I do not mind. I prefer they, them. Sometimes I'm having a he, him day. Sometimes I'm having a she, her day. If you want to just call me Fish, that's also fine. But Snow Sugar prefers they, them. So thank you.
Yes, the classic fish pronoun. I see a question about rainbow cubes. I am not a dev. Please don't ask me that. And I don't even have the ability to give myself any characters. So if you're asking me about putting characters in your roster, I pay for my own crystals in game. So just know, can't do that. Good luck.
This one is for Liam, who also left a very nice note. So thank you, Liam. Yay.
Oh, God. I want to get this right so bad. Okay, come on.
Beck.
Childhood drawing skills, come back to me.
Someone at Pasadena Anime asked me to draw, like, so I play Ino on Naruto, and they're like, draw whatever makes you think of Ino. And I'm like, I don't really draw. I'm like, well, she sells flowers. I could draw a flower. She's like, and I'm gonna have it tattooed on my arm right here. No. Please don't.
That is so much pressure.
Oh, good Lord.
That literally terrified me.
Have a sticker made. I don't know, but don't put it on your person. I drew a flower, and then they have those little stabby knife things. So I drew that at the end of the stem. But please don't put that on your arm.
So much. Beck, this is for you. A little sparkly gold.
Oh, I want to read a really kind message for Cherami, actually.
Oh, okay.
This is from Nathan Ellington. Cherami, your work has inspired me to keep doing things I love, and because of it, I got back into musical theater. You've definitely made a big impact in my life with your work. Keep it up.
Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that you're back in the theater world performing. That's great. It is, I mean, I think we will all agree it is fun and we love what we do, but there are days where we feel absolutely like, what am I doing? I don't think I'm meant to do this anymore because things are just not going our way. And that is the time that you have to remind yourself why you got into this, what you love about it, and find a way to get inspired and take the pressure and the expectation out of it. When it is your job and it is paying your bills, it becomes a lot more pressure and it becomes less fun. So you have to find the fun again. So I'm glad that you're back doing it and finding the fun in musical theater. That's so important.
And sorry, go ahead.
Oh, thank you, William, and thank you for the congratulations. I'm super excited to work on the movie. Yay!
Woo! Yeah, and actors really appreciate hearing stuff like that because it's like it's kind of a lot of us. I think that's what we love so much about it is the positive impact we can have on people and just make their day better one day, or give them a certain emotional response that they weren't expecting, and allow them to empathize with characters. And it's when stuff like that happens, that's where the magic is, I think. And so it's always great to hear that level of just support, and really appreciate that from fans.
Positivity is always welcome. I mean, I think like particularly what I see a lot in like anime and voice acting in general is like this whole like the sub versus dub debate.
Right.
And
oh boy,
yeah. I mean, like people become really mean to y'all, and I'm always like, y'all, this is an accessibility thing. Like this, like,
right.
You localize for a reason.
Yeah. I was driving a car full of kids, some of my son's friends, and they were having a whole like dubs versus subs, and I don't think they knew what I did. And then I think my son was like, dude, my mom's sitting right there. And I was like, it's okay, it's fine, like you are allowed to. And they're like, what do you mean? She's like, dude, she's in Naruto, right? Or whatever show. Like he wanted to get out of the car. He was like, oh my God.
That's funny.
It was very funny though. I was like, yeah, duke it out.
This is for Bailey. Thank you, Bailey. I'm always like so quiet. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt. This is for Bailey.
Okay, I'm gonna read some more questions from the chat.
Sure.
Let's see, or comments rather. So this is from Ayan Umar, directed toward Laura. I love Laura Post's voice acting. It's amazing. I got Sea Fairy from the regular gacha on the first day she came out on the first pool, no joke. So I do love Sea Fairy, Cookie.
That is very, very lucky. And thank you.
Okay, so someone also asked who voiced Tiger Lily Cookie. The voice of Tiger Lily Cookie is Stephanie Shea.
Love her so much.
You may know her. one of her big roles that I remember is she plays Hinata from Naruto.
And Sailor Moon in Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Oh, she's Sailor Moon too?
She
Sailor Moon.
is. And
She's
this
one of the
is for
superhero girls.
Jaren. Thank you. She's one of who?
DC super.
Oh, she is. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a Tana.
I think she.
Oh.
I think
Oh,
she's Katana.
Katana,
Right?
sorry.
Yeah. Because Zatanna is the magician.
And I think that's Kari Walgren, I think.
Right. But there have been a couple iterations of it too, so I don't
Oh,
know
that's
if
true. Yes,
both versions.
absolutely.
This is from the Friendly Weeb Artist 602. Thanks to Colleen for creating my childhood because, well, I didn't know you were a VA when I was younger, but thanks for creating my childhood.
Wow.
You're welcome. Thank you for watching and liking it. I get that a lot, especially with Sora, because
Oh, yeah.
Digimon was a million years ago.
Oh man.
It was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
This is from Plant Cookie. I have been so stressed due to college finals. Thank you so much for Cookie Run. It helped me de-stress a lot. Thank you all for making this game great. And Madeleine Cookie is a big inspo for me.
Aw, well, I'm so happy to hear that, and it's honestly an honor to be able to play characters that have that kind of impact. You know.
This game really is a great de-stressor. Everything is so cute, and I love it so much. So I completely understand. I'm so thankful for this game as well. And I'm not a great gamer, but I can play this game, and it does not make me feel like you are incapable. So I totally agree. It's amazing. Somebody wanted me to draw a doodle. I'm going to try to draw a sheep.
A sheep. Oh, yay. Your sheep are so cute.
It's not going to look like them. I'm pretty confident, but I'm going to try.
Actually, I have a question. There's a question that's popped up a couple of times. Have y'all explored the other dubs of the game? So we have a Korean and Japanese dub.
So when I mentioned that I pulled Sea Fairy, I was like, oh, and English voices weren't even in the game yet. So I was playing with the Japanese voices at that time. And they were really good. It was kind of interesting because I started playing, I was playing with Japanese voices, and then as soon as the English pack came out, I switched to English, and there were a few voices where it's like, whoa, that's so much different. Like, they did such a different thing between the Japanese and the English, both good, but it was just like, it tripped me out a bit. It was neat.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It does
always
not look
cool.
like a sheep. I'm sorry.
And now we have to see.
It's always cool to see the different choices the different languages make, and part of it, I think, what people I think don't understand is what we're doing is not translating; we're localizing, right?
Yeah.
And that's because the different languages have different just nuances to them. Things are expressed differently, and culturally, there are things that just don't quite adapt. And so we make choices based around the different cultures and the specific nuances of those specific languages. And so that's why they're not always like a 100% exact match, because it can be weird sometimes. It sounds off when you try to match it exactly. And also, and part of it is, every actor has their own sensibilities and nuances that they bring into it as well. And it's a combination of all these different factors. And I don't know. I welcome the variety personally.
Totally. Guys, here's my embarrassing sheep. Look
You
at
see the
that.
sheep?
It doesn't even look like a sheep. There it is.
It looks so
Right
cute.
there.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's adorable. It is really tiny, so maybe I'm just imagining it better. But I think it looks great.
I hope everybody imagines it the way you imagine it, Laura.
Okay.
But Haley, thank you so much. I'm sorry for the weird looking sheep. There's a reason that I was not asked to draw things for this game.
All right, guys, I have to go.
Me too, but I'll be signing the rest of these on Instagram shortly afterwards. But my computer battery is about to die, so I will jump off as well.
Okay, so I think with a majority of folks leaving, I think it's a good time to just kind of wrap things up then. Thank you everyone for joining. And to everyone in the chat, please follow the voice actors on their social media. They'll likely be doing their signings from there, but also really supports them. But yeah, please, if you want to follow along, just keep follow the voice actors instead. But really appreciate everyone for showing up. Happy holidays and a crispy New Year to everyone, to our cookie runners. But this stream will be up on our YouTube channel, and of course, check out our stop motion animation that Young is in, actually.
Yeah, it's super cute. Like the production value for it, I was like, dang, this is legit. I love it.
All right, so thank you, everyone. It was
Thank
so
you
nice.
for having us. Thanks for setting this up. This is so fun.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
definitely.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.